Time doesn't take away from friendship. In Saathi, there were two friends, one of whom was a monk. Every day he went to the house of his friend, who always gave alms food to him. Then these lay people also ate. After that, he would accompany this monk back to the monastery. There, they would sit talking all day until the sun went down, and then the lay people returned to the city. And this monk would accompany him on his way back to the city gate, and then he himself would return to the monastery again. The closeness of these two friends was known to all the other monks. One day, while the monks were discussing the closeness between the two, the master entered the hall of truth and asked the topic of their conversation. The monks also told him about it. The closeness of these two monks does not only occur in this life, said the master, they are also close in past births. After saying these words, he told the story of his past birth. Once upon a time, when Brahmadatta was ruling Benares, Bodhisatta was born as the king's minister. At that time, there was a dog who always visited the royal elephant enclosure and ate the scattered rice that fell from the elephant's feeding place. Because he was always looking for food in that place, the dog became friends with the royal elephant. Finally, the royal elephant only wants to eat if the dog also eats with him. If not accompanied by his friend, he chose not to eat at all. The dog always pleased himself by swinging back and forth on the elephant's trunk. One day, a villager bought the dog from the trainer's hands and brought it home. Since losing the dog, the royal elephant has refused to eat, drink, or bathe. They immediately reported the matter to the king. The king sent the Bodhisatta to find the cause of this. When he arrived at the elephant enclosure, the Bodhisatta saw how sad the elephant was. He said to himself, "This elephant does not suffer from physical pain. He must have had a close friend and is grieving the loss of his friend." So he asked if the elephant had any friends. "Yes, my lord," replied the guard. "There is a warm friendship between him and a dog." "Where is the dog now?" "A man took him away." "Do you know where that guy lives?" "No, sir." The Bodhisatta went to the king and said, "There is no problem with the elephant, sire. However, he was very close to a dog, and I think losing his friend made him refuse to eat." After saying these words, he repeated the following stanza: "There was no grain he could swallow, neither rice nor grass, he didn't even find pleasure in bathing right now. I suspect the dog is very familiar with him. The elephant and the dog are the closest friends." "Well," said the king upon hearing those words, "what should we do now?" "Make an announcement to the beat of the drums, stating that a man is reported to have taken away the royal elephant's beloved dog, and that the man in the house where the dog was found will receive such and such punishment." The king did as he said. And when the man in question heard this, he immediately let go of the dog. Once released, the dog immediately made his way back to the royal elephant enclosure. The elephant picked up the dog by its trunk and placed the dog on its head while shedding tears and sobbing. Then he lowered the dog back to the ground, watching the dog eat first before he himself ate. The king then said, "He can even know the thoughts of an animal," and showered the Bodhisatta with appreciation.